Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, it's time for the VooDoo Chef podcast, where we will discuss all things voodoo from the VooDoo Studios located right here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. So to all my booties out there, if you're looking for nothing but a good time, this is the place to be. Call your friends, knock on the neighbor's door, and let them know it's time to party like a rock star for the next hour. Join me and my guests and learn to VooDoo like we do as we discuss our faves and the voodoo that we use. I'll put our guests on the spot as we ask for their top 3, and make sure and listen as we discuss some of our favorite war stories from the kitchens we've worked in. Sit back, grab a tall glass of your favorite libation, and enjoy this episode of the VooDoo Chef podcast.
Big Eddie C, what's going on, buddy?
What's happening here, man? I'm convalescing.
You're looking like you threw your back out, man.
It's been out. I just fucked it up worse on Sunday. Like, I thought the first time that I fucked it up when I was putting something in the oven was embarrassing. This is even more embarrassing. I was bending over to pick up an empty plastic bag.
Now, dude, why don't you just like the rest of the world? Let that Indian dude cry that single tear, man.
I'm telling you, that's what it's coming to, man, because I was trying to be a good citizen, take all those plastic bags back to Publix, recycle them. Moral of the story is fuck recycling. People get hurt. I'm one of them. And
that's it, man. Fuck recycling. People get hurt.
And somehow I made it through today without anybody saying anything because I was walking really, it had to be strange looking because the way I felt, if I was somebody watching me, I would say, Ed, like, were you in jail last night? Because that's the only reason you'd be walking like that.
Dude, come on.
It was something else, man.
Hey, man, I am super excited. We're days away from the VooDoo Chef Charity Golf Classic, man. It's going to be an amazing day. And we keep posting this little thing on the bottom where it says West Chase Golf Club. Fuck that. We're at the Eagles, man.
We're at the
Eagles. Watch it.
Right.
Watch this. Let's just do it right now. Let's just do it right now. Let me see if I can type. Let me see if I can do this without having to put my glasses on. How about that? I don't want everybody to know I wear glasses. Eagles Golf Club. Look at that. There it is. We're at the Eagles Golf Club. And
is it 9 Eagles?
9 Eagles. I think they just call it the Eagles now, but you and I are old enough. We call it 9 Eagles.
Oh, because I'm going to be looking for it the morning of on Google Maps, man. I can tell you.
Just type in Casa Carajo and it'll get you there, brother. Casa Carajo. That's 3 blocks past BFE for all you white people out there.
Yep, Bum Belch, Wyoming. Hell, I'm excited.
Well, that's close. That's close to IFA.
Oh, that's right. He does live near Bum Belch.
He does, man. He does. And there's a lot of cool things going on at golf. We got a 12:30 registration time. You can come out at 12:30, get checked in, and we're going to fire up the putting green. We're going to have box lunches from Outback Steakhouse ready to rock and roll. You can have them in your cart. You can eat them whatever the hell you want. Yeah. We don't care. All I know is it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing stuff. And, the normal debauchery of VooDoo Chef added to golf. Yeah. And then, we got the longest drive, the straightest drive, the closest to the pin, the chip it to win it. And if you make it in, if you can chip it in, you win a Mini Max green egg, man. Courtesy of Pinch a Penny out there in Lithia, thanks to our buddy, Sam Creighton.
Nice.
We give Sam a lot of grief, but, he's ponying up. He donated you got a solid pillow from our boy Andrew Journey checking in. He loves your pillow there, Big Eddie. See?
Yeah, this is the spare bedroom. It's not. It's the It's not the whorehouse or nothing. It's what I could find to stick behind my head.
You know, that's Chantel and her little sister were wearing a print similar to that. Not that I watch that show.
Of course not.
This week they were doing that. Not that I watch that show. But exactly right.
Jesus.
So out there at the golf tournament, my man, and everybody that's watching, check in, ring the bell, do the like, give us some comments, do whatever you want to do. We don't give a fuck. We're just here. We're basically here for me and Big Eddie season entertainment anyway.
Damn right, baby. I will be the Virgil to your $1 million man all day.
I got all dressed up tonight, man. I put on the good black t-shirt without the sleeves.
Oh, that's nice.
So we talked about Sam giving away the Mini Mac, but we also have Vision Ace Hardware raffling off a large green egg. And the beauty of the green egg, we're only allowing 50 entrants. So you've got a 1 in 50 chance of taking home a large green egg that day. And it's going to be a great day. Hey, we love you too, Jen. Thanks for checking in. The Stones were great, and Buddy Guy was great.
Yes.
We just wish we could have been at both concerts together because that would have been even better.
That would have been awesome. I'll tell you what, though, man, I'm not sure where there was more geriatrics, at your show or mine.
Dude, I had people that I wanted to give them a handicap seat going up and down with walkers and canes. I was like, where the fuck am I?
It was a good time, man.
I was at a Stone show.
That's right.
But, golf tournament, it's not too late to get in, guys. We got a couple spots left. Go on to VooDooChef.com. Get your golf foursome single rider lane. We got a single rider lane, Big Eddie. See?
Nice.
Kind of like Disney World. You can get that single rider lane and go right to the front. So jump
Fast
in.
pass. Nice.
Fast pass. That's it, man. Fast pass. And, we got the putting green, the hit it to win it, too. That putting green is going to be lined with fucking Tito's. And if you hit a bottle of Tito's on your putt, you take it home. It's going to be lined with VooDoo Chef seasonings and sauces. If you hit a sauce or seasoning, you take it home. There's going to be some spots where you're going to have a seasoning topped with a bottle of Tito's. You hit it, you win it. That's the name of the game. Big Eddie, see?
Wow. Look at, what is it? Why am I even, wait a minute. What is that? That doesn't look like, let's see.
Now, let me just say, I got my bottle of Jack over there. I got 1, 2, 7 or 8 bottles of Jack over there. That's how I roll. But tonight, man, we're going with a little Dark Door Distillery, Dark Door Spirits. We're going to drink a little Spirit of the Oak tonight. I'm in the mood, man. I was talking with my boy Matt and out there at Dark Door, and I decided, I haven't had any Spirit of the Oak in a minute, so I knew it was going to be tonight's beverage of choice. They do a great job out there, local distillery. Everything is made right there. I remember when I first started checking them out, I probably wouldn't have been able to say that. But now I'm able to say everything they do is done right there, right here in Tampa, Florida. And check them out because this is one of my faves. We all know I drink Jack like it's water, but, that's like water to me. Tonight I'm actually having a cocktail. Here you go, Matt.
Now, support your local. And Dark Door is so good, they actually got me to drink gin again after something like 35 years of not touching it.
What were we drinking? Was that the Saturns or the Orange Crushes or something?
I don't remember. It was
that good, huh?
I don't remember which one I had, what the name of it was. It doesn't fucking matter. I think there was blueberries and shit in it, but it was fantastic. It doesn't taste like most gin, which smells like pine sol. This with the botanicals, I mean, it's just a smooth and varied tasting experience. You drink that, you can take 10 sips and you're going to taste 10 different things. Absolutely. In those sips, man. I mean, you got to really reframe your palate to enjoy and to drink that gin, man. That taught me a lesson right there. So
it was so good when I first tasted it. We scooped up a barrel and sold it for VooDoo. It was that good. We put our name on a barrel. And we got our buddy Derek Wally checking in. He likes their rye. He said he likes that better than the oak. Derek, rye makes me sad, and I don't know why. Because when last time I drank rye, I was drinking Templeton rye. That's the whole prohibition and whoever the guy up in Chicago was. IFA sent it to me from the plant up there. And, I just sat on my couch and I was like getting more and more depressed. And I said, this has got to go, man. And I just thought I was having a bad day. Tried rye again. Same thing.
Wow. Rye makes you sad. And another one that rhymes with Bim Jeeb makes you like hiccup and belch and shit.
Exactly. I don't want any of that either. Don't want any of that either.
Oh, and no, Andrew, I did not kill a cheetah for this. I think you're confusing me with that dude in Road Trip who brought back the underwear. No animals were harmed in the making of this. Straight off the truck from Home Goods. Now, for all I know, wherever they made it, like Sri Lanka or some shit, they may have whacked a cheetah. I don't know.
Or a couple underpaid workers for not working.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ivory and diamonds. Don't think about how they got there. So
kind of like Ben Stiller and Happy Gilmore, just keeping the production going at all costs.
Yep.
Oh man, Big Eddie C. So we got the golf tournament. We're gonna stop talking about that. I don't know. I know we've talked about it, but you and I get on here and flap our gums every fucking Tuesday, and I love it. I love hanging out. I love people checking in. But on every Wednesday, I jump on live and I cook. And we've been cooking some cool stuff lately. We had the Smash Mash night where I made 4 different smash burgers. We made the blackened grouper with the blue cheese coleslaw, which, hot damn, that was good. Wow. It was so good. I had to make the blue cheese coleslaw again. I made it for the Bucks game. And I went cheap. I put it on chili dogs, but fuck, man. Blue cheese coleslaw, it's real simple, man. You can go buy the mix if you want. But I took just a little cabbage, a little red cabbage, and some julienne carrots, tossed that up, added BRE. And you just need enough BRE to make it wet. After that, Tony, what's going on, man? After that, I added the blue cheese crumble. And dude, it is so rock star. Tony, one of our old crew buddies, checking in. His wife is just an amazing cook, and you might as well go ahead and throw that info out there now. And don't you dare tell me she's not my wife, she's my girlfriend, because I'll give you that Spinal Tap line, whatever the fuck she is. Go ahead and throw up all the contacts, because she's a great cook, great chef. Does a lot of caterings around town, and we'd love to share that information out there. So Big Eddie, see, you've got to try the blue cheese coleslaw. What are you going to tell me you don't eat in that? There's no onions in it.
Nothing. I've never been big on regular coleslaw because it's just a mayonnaise bomb. But
right.
I've had blue cheese coleslaw. I don't remember whether you made it or somebody brought it over to the house, and it was pretty fucking good. That I would eat. I love the blue cheese flavor profile. So I'd be all about that. I mean, cabbage and carrots, hell yeah.
Absolutely, man. And then you add that BRE to make them, instead of just straight mayonnaise. And, we used to do the Fat Boy slaw. I say used to. We still do it, where we make the Fat Boy slaw, where we cut Fat Boy and mayonnaise, a little bit of sugar, more along the traditional line. But for the blue cheese slaw, I wanted to add it to that BRE because, it is the best ranch ever. And if you haven't had it, you better pick up some Zing before it's too late, where we're almost out of Zing. And I'm telling you, our production schedule is still whack. We're still having troubles with bottles, with labels, with the glue that goes on the back of the label. And everybody thinks that, it's sitting out on the water. Our glue issue was a U.S. problem. They shut down one of the pipelines, and that caused a problem with the production of the glue that goes on the back of our labels. So we had to go to Mexico to get the products. It's just, you don't really realize all the BS that goes into any product you buy. So, check it out, man. And you know, Lisa Stanland at Intimate Catering. Her number is right up there, guys. Another one of our locals we got to support. Tony's dropping that line for us. Tony, we appreciate you checking in. You should check in tomorrow at the Halfway Hangout when I'll be cooking live. And tomorrow's live cook is actually, you ready for this, Big Eddie C?
Oh, let's hear it.
Well, we had to plan 2 weeks in advance for this one. And normally my planning is like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to cook? And, you know, I'll get on and cook with somebody, or I'll cook by myself. Now, the only other one that we had to have more planning go into was IFA and Nardelli's, because, you know, the distance, and it was our first cook back after I had COVID. So this one, if you know my boy H, everything's got to be laid out. I mean, everything's got to be laid out. So I said, all right, H, tomorrow at the Halfway Hangout, if you haven't guessed, my buddy H is going to be cooking right alongside me via the Miracle stream. And because we had to lay it out so early, I said, all right, what do you want to cook? He saw my smash burgers and saw the shrimp. He goes, let's do shrimp. Because another beautiful thing about H, it's like, I don't want to say it's flavor of the week, but he gets so excited about food. He saw the shrimp. He wants to do shrimp. We start making fresh pasta. Hey, let's do pasta. We're talking about doing stuffed potatoes, paparenas. He's like, let's do those. It's like, dude, just fucking pick something. So we picked shrimp, and then it fucking twisted into pasta.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So we were gonna do shrimp, and I'm like, got my brain on shrimp, and then he's like, no, let's do pasta. All right, we'll do pasta. So and we got a little check in here. I'll be there. H is awesome. I think H is awesome as well. It took the better part of 14 years for me to get him and I back in the same room, but I finally did it.
Wow.
And, you know, I think we worked together 6, 7, 7, 8, and then we went. You know, he left Chamberlain, and we always said we were going to get back in the same school. And 2017. So what is that? 9 years? It took 9 years for me to get into a building where I could get H back on the team, but I'm so glad I did. I wouldn't have it any other way. Tomorrow we're going to be cooking Halfway Hangout. We're doing shrimp and pasta. So H decides he's going to do a shrimp pasta. Now, I mean,
can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong, and it's amazing. It's one of my favorites. I got engaged to my wife over a bowl of shrimp pasta.
Wow.
We got the shrimp Alfredo over linguine at CDB's. It was one of our favorite dishes. And that would have been, like 2019.
Wow.
That would have been 19. Wait, what the fuck year did I get married? That would have been 1990.
Wow.
1990. Man, this shit's strong. You see how it's fucking up my mind and dates?
I'll tell you.
Here's my new thing. You know what? COVID. Brain fog.
I was going to say, I mean, something acted like mind detergent on you. Shit.
COVID.
I think in my case, it's just old age and pain.
Yeah, man, pain's a bitch.
You know what? I mean, even if you do nothing all day and you're sore, you're tired. It's exhausting.
People don't realize what we go through. I was talking to our buddy Sam Creighton, who used to be a history teacher. He now manages the outdoor sections of, pinch penning. And he's like, I'm exhausted. I'm like, me too, dude. He goes, well, dude, I'm going to let you go because I remember what it was like to be a teacher. I don't ever want to feel that exhaustion again. You win. And it's just such a fucking drain some days.
I think he left teaching because he was probably Amy's pool boy all the time. And he just decided, well, I better monetize this. So that's why he got into pinch a penny.
Dude, I envisioned him in fucking like Speedos with a little pool brush out on the. Don't do that, man.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Oh, I
I
really
look
don't.
at people that say, "Ooh, I pictured it. I'm a visual learner." Okay, visual learners don't picture shit. They have to look at it to learn it. The auditory learners, you say it, goes in our head. And thanks, man.
Oh, yeah.
All
That's
right,
my
so
story of my life.
Big Eddie C, what do you think? What do you think I'm cooking tomorrow?
I'm thinking you're going to make some sort of pasta with shit like bell peppers in it and such, and some seasoning.
Hey, I thought I can't see. So Jen, our buddy, typed something in, and I thought it was what she thought I was going to cook tomorrow, but she's still talking about pain. We must be on a delay. We must be on a delay.
Trust me, I've been doing that, but when you have sciatica, nothing really works it out but time.
This will work, buddy.
I'll survive. Yeah, I should be drinking, but I've taken too many other medicines that probably
ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Marge, I still hurt. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. No.
All right, so we started with shrimp, and it's been a minute since I made my shrimp and grits. So when we started with shrimp, I was going to make the VooDoo Chef shrimp jam. Basically, kind of like a jambalaya with andouille sausage and the Holy Trinity. And I served that over grits with VooDoo Pop. And if you don't know what VooDoo Pop is, tune in tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We'll be cooking live. And I am going to do the VooDoo shrimp and grits. Nice. It's got some stupid name, VooDoo shrimp jam, and it's shrimp jambalaya over grits. But the Fat Boy grits will knock your socks off. And this is probably one of the best received dishes that I made at our when we were doing our demos on the reggae. So, and then all of a sudden H is like, all right, we're doing pasta, right? So we'll also be doing a version of this over pasta. Hey, Paul Compton, how you doing? Paul, I haven't seen you on our golf list. Are you not playing golf this year? It's not too late. VooDooChef.com. It's this Saturday, 12:30 at, where the fuck are we playing? The Eagles.
9 Eagles. Yep.
9 Eagles, whatever you want to call it, out there on 9 Eagles Parkway. Take Countryway till it stops. Take Countryway, head north, and when it stops, you're there. So Big Eddie C, tomorrow on the halfway hangout, I will be doing VooDoo Chef shrimp jam over grits with VooDoo Pop. And then I'll also be doing a version over pasta, which is actually good because the girls don't really care for grits.
Oh, man. It breaks my heart when I hear people say they don't care for grits. I mean, I guess, hey, you got to be like you do you. But as far as if you're in Florida, you don't like grits, do what everybody else does. Throw a shitload of butter and bacon and cheese on them, and they're fantastic.
Well, you know the purpose of grits, right?
No.
I looked it up because I was actually teaching the class, and I wanted to know, you got to know your stuff when you're talking about grits because you got quick grits, you got stone ground. Then you got to throw in, the corn, the yellow, the polenta. You got to know your stuff. But when it all and dude, I did my research, and you could look this up on VooDooChef.com. So I looked it up, and grits are only there to hold together bacon fat, butter, and cheese. And so if you're making Fat Boy grits, pretty much you just stir together some bacon fat, some cheese, and some butter, and then you mix in some grit to hold it together. And grit is actually ground up corn there, Dave Frosch. And I'm glad you checked in, Dave, because you're on my list to talk about, homie.
Dave's doing that. What do you call it? The My Cousin Vinny rip off there. What is a grit?
Is that from My Cousin?
I think so. Yeah.
He's quoting movies here. I'm like, there's no way Dave's being for real. He's probably just throwing a softball.
We're gonna forgive the Flame Boss there, but
yeah, but I don't know if you saw that, Dave.
I did see that. Grits are also really, really good to boil up and throw on people if you've
Oh,
ever.
dude, that's a bitch right there.
Yeah, that's what happened to Al Green, the singer. I think his girlfriend found out he was skeezing, and she dumped that shit right in his lap, man.
Someone dropped a heart on that, man. That's really sad.
Yeah, that's
That's
fucked
like
up.
kitchen napalm, man.
Yeah,
I think
it's
the only thing worse than grits would be roux.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
throwing some roux on a motherfucker would do some damage.
I bet that would. You
But
know, grits are fantastic, but I can tell you this much: polenta can fuck the fuck off.
no, dude, you just got to do it right. I'll send you my recipe, man.
Okay, I'll give it a chance because it wasn't horrible to the point of where I would go, I will never touch this again. But I don't know. The times I've had it,
You need more fat.
you know,
More fat.
maybe
More
somebody
fat.
didn't do it, but the times I've had it somewhere where we've been like at a dinner and it was served, I just want to shake my fist angrily and say, stop fucking with my life. You know, you should have just either given me corn on the cob or French fries or something, because this ain't it, man.
Dude, we got a lot of chatter going on. First, Dave says, yes, you were right, Big Eddie C. That he was quoting the movie. And he, again, I thought he was throwing a softball to all the chumps out there. Not that y'all are chumps. So that we'd explain grit. But you know, I do want to touch on Dave Frosch here in a minute. Dave, don't go anywhere. But I got Jen out throwing out flaming marshmallows. Do you remember the flaming marshmallows we did, Jen? Is that what you're referring to? Because we were doing an event called Smoke on the Water, and we were responsible for the dessert. And what's better than anything on a stick? The answer, nothing. Everything's better on a stick. And we were talking about doing marshmallows, and we didn't want to just put them on a stick, you know? And then we started thinking about s'mores and all this stuff. And again, my boy H, we got together, and he hates me for this one because I come up with the crazy shit, and then he has to figure out how we're pulling it off.
Yeah.
So I said, I want s'mores on a stick. I want to take marshmallows and I want to put them on pretzels. So we bought rod pretzels, and we were fucking shoving marshmallows on these things, dude. And we had to put 1, 2, 3 marshmallows on here.
Oh my God.
Carlos was there. I think the girls were there, dude. This was the most miserable thing that this brain ever fell out. So we put the marshmallows on the stick, and then we lie them down. And then when people would order them, we would spray them with tequila and light them on fire.
Oh my God.
And they could have had them dipped in chocolate and rolled in graham cracker like a s'more. But everybody seemed to want them with the and ignited. And so we lit a couple of them up, and just got yelled at by the event for having people walking around with fucking torches.
That's funny as shit. So it was good in theory, but bad in practice.
Yeah, and while we're sitting here talking shit and picking on H about tomorrow, he just sent me a text of all the things he needs me to bring him tomorrow because he's at home sweating this. I need this. I need this. I need this.
Oh my God, it's a compendium. I can see that text.
Calm down, old man. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so I want to talk about Dave Frosch. Dave Frosch is checking in. He sent me a private message, and I'm going to read on air anyway. He's going to be on Channel 35 for the local Egg Fest on Friday morning, doing an interview, then hop on a plane to the Worlds. You know, that's just rock star right there.
Yeah.
Dave Frosch doing a local Egg Fest, pimping on the news. And then he's traveling to Colorado for World Championships, the World Food Championships. The guy was invited. It's not like he's, jumping hoops and counting points. They're like, yeah, dude, we fucking want you here.
That's
Don't
awesome.
sing it, bring it. And I am so proud that I get to call this guy my friend. I'm so proud to be repping Flame Boss, which we'll be cooking with next week on the Halfway Hangout. But you know, Dave's just one of those all around good guys. He came out to the VooDoo food fight. He came out to the what the fuck did we just do? Pig jig. Doing all the judging. The dude's world class, and I got to give him a big nod. I'm proud to be part of your team. I'm glad you're part of our team, a VooDoo ambassador. We should have a box coming out to you soon with some new gifts, my friend. So keep a lookout for that. But most importantly, good luck this upcoming weekend at the World Food Championships. And I'm just upset that they fell on the same weekend as golf, because we tried to get all our ambassadors out at the golf tournament. If there's anything we can do for you, Dave, you just let us know. You just let us know. And if Dave, do me a favor, throw up your social media posts. We'll put them up here for all the VooDoos. If they want to follow you, throw you some love and do all that fun stuff, you know, we'll put it up, and we'll hope they will. We ask for hearts and likes. We even okay if they slash us and add us and talk shit about us, you know. But you know, we're just the two E's sitting in the room talking shit.
Hey, you ain't doing it right unless you got at least a couple haters, man. I think there was a rapper that said that.
They hate us because they ain't us, Big Eddie.
That's right.
You know, it's all good. I got some haters I'd like to talk about, but the district would get mad at me.
Yeah, I understand.
Maybe I'll get it. Maybe the district will hate me today because, you know, once we get Dave's, you know, social media out there, you know, all our district people will fall off of, you know, the listening because they're like, oh shit, I didn't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, like they're wiping their cash off their district laptop.
Yeah, meanwhile, you can just pull mine up and it's fucking covered. I was having H search some shit for it was food related stuff, and he's like, "Are you sure this is okay, man?" Dude,
oh my god,
we're fucking rule followers. Our biggest problem is that I say fuck. Oh man,
it's a kitchen. I mean, I'm not sure you're going to find one that doesn't. I mean, but things are different these days. I mean, you worked in a kitchen for a while, and I did time in it throughout the 80s and the 90s. So I don't know what it's like now. Yeah, I don't know what it's like now. I mean,
claustrophobic.
Yeah, I mean, the shenanigans that I saw or participated in. Now, I've said this before, a kitchen is the most unprofessional professional atmosphere there is.
100, man.
And I don't know what it's like now because, like, in my first job, you did not see anything that went on in the kitchen. It was behind a wall. There was an indoor and an outdoor, and in front of that was a bus station with a wall. So nobody ever saw what was doing in the kitchen. Now, you know, I can remember the first time I went to like a Carrabba's and it was all open, and I went
kitchen, right?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck, man? I don't want to know how the sausage is being made. To me, part of the dining experience was the mystery of what was going on back in there. I didn't need somebody to pull back the fucking curtain. You know, I mean, it just, I mean, I guess most of the guys that are in it are like, I don't give a fuck, I'm getting paid. But, you know, I watched those kitchens where there's three guys behind the line and they're cursing at each other and they're just raising holy Cain. But when that last ticket got sent out, boom, man, whatever went on the before that, they were grabbing water pitchers, heading out of the kitchen, down through the private dining room that wasn't being used during the week, and over to the bar and filling it up with beer. It was like, you know, it was like flipping a light switch off on those guys. They went into cook, serve, argue, burn, everything fight mode, and then it was party.
Yeah. You know, I was talking with well, you know, your kids are growing up and you got this parent group that you don't really give a shit about, but you got to pretend to because your kids hang out and shit.
Yeah.
And so I was talking with this one guy. I'm not even going to pretend to know what country he's from, but he's not from here. And he's telling me how in his country, when you graduate high school, every citizen has to do a year in the military before they can go to college or go to work.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, I think I could fucking take him. I'm like, all right, your country must be pretty pussy country. Oops, did I say that?
No.
Oh, good, because that's something I try not to say. I don't know fucking why, but I don't.
Yeah.
But kind of a wussy country because, motherfucker, you wouldn't last a day in my industry with your fucking khaki pants and your polo. What the fuck?
Yeah. No,
Now, if we all did a year with my boy Spider, that's a little different story.
yeah, if you could survive a year of that shit, you'd be hard.
And you know where our whole conversation is going. It's all going back to I hate fucking teachers. And by that, I mean I hate teachers.
I think that the system kind of talks out of both sides of its ass, because it used to be, and my wife got in trouble for this too, for being at a workshop when they were saying that they encourage individuality and creativity among teachers. And I think she tells the story better than I do, but she spoke up and got kicked under the table by the person next to her when it was a training for the evaluations. And she said, "You're saying that, but yet all this training, it's like you want Stepford wives. You want everybody to do the same thing." There was a line, I'll paraphrase, I think it was from Easy Rider, and it was either Peter Fonda or Jack Nicholson. One of them said, people like to talk about freedom until they see somebody actually being free. And no, they don't. I mean, I'm lucky to do what I do.
I'm free.
Yeah.
I'm free. I do what I want.
Yeah, I do a lot of times. I do what I do for the kids. And so my aspect of being free is I don't need to ask anybody, and I don't need to look up rules. I've been doing it long enough to know what's best for that kid. And there's not a playbook that I follow. There's a toolbox with a lot of options, but I'm telling you, that toolbox is the size of the fucking White House.
Well, you said something very crucial there for the student, not for the students. You're teaching individuals, not a class. You're in front of a class, and that's what you're teaching, but you teach each student as an individual. And I just had this conversation with someone this past weekend. If you're not passionate about what you do, get the fuck out. That's simple. No matter where you are, what you're doing. If you're not loving what you're doing, get the fuck out. That's simple. But when we talk about education, they want us to all be the same, and they want us to teach the same, and they want us to do all these things. But what we're working with, our client, they're not all the same. They're all fucking different. They all come in at different starting points, which is what they'll never tell you. Oh, yeah, they had English 1 last year. They're coming in. They're on English 2. Yeah, what they're not telling you is somebody fucking glad-handed them through. Someone helped them see their way through to move them on. And that's been going on for how fucking long? Why am I getting kids that can't fucking read? And, I'm okay with that. It's not their fault. It's not your fault, son. It's not your fault. And, we'll do what we can do to work with them. But, the whole bullshit of, this is what we teach and they're ready to go. Fuck no, they're not. And we just got to teach every individual from their starting point, whatever their starting point is, and make sure we end for the same end point of whatever the end point of our class is. And, these K-12 teachers,
you got to find out where that kid wants to be in a year and try to move things through so that they're there. I mean, I deal with people, for the most part, they're graduating. So I look at all right, where do you want to be in a year? Do you want to be in college? Fine. Do you want to be working a job? Also fine too.
Time out. Every kid's going to college.
Oh yeah, okay.
Every kid's going to college. I thought that's what we were told. Every kid's going to school. That's why we got. Do I need to get on? We got all these IB programs, all these CAPS programs, all the advanced placement courses. Don't take the dual enrolled.
Yeah.
Take the AP courses. Sorry. And then, all right, Ed, tell me what gaslighting means.
It's basically when somebody is trying to make you think you're crazy or you're wrong. That's what it is. It's a literary weapon.
Jen, am I gaslighting or is someone gaslighting me? Because I didn't know the proper way to say that. But you know, it's all bullshit, and it all revolves around money coming to the district and working the stats to make the stats look good. But When are we going to start looking at the kid? When are we going to start looking at our clients? And you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the bad guy. You know, I play the politics. We have to. There are politics involved, but we have to start worrying about the kids. And thank you for that clarification, Jen. Because I'd hate to think I'm gaslighting somebody because I don't even know what the fuck it means. We do
that to the kids in many cases. But, you know, I think in a lot of ways, many people know now that higher education, colleges and universities, they're kind of a scam because what you're paying for, this is the secret that should be out by now. It's not the knowledge. You know what it is?
Piece of paper.
It's not even that. You're paying for the networking. You're paying to know all the people in the professional community that went to that school that will potentially give you a job simply because you got that piece of paper. And that's what you're paying for. Like fraternities, they're just networking too. All of that is a shortcut to meeting people that could help you advance in your career, regardless of what that little parchment says.
I don't get on here and talk about my accomplishments as an educator. I talk about the kids and their successes. But if we want to talk about my resume, go to fucking LinkedIn. It's posted. You know, but I'm going to challenge anybody to sit and match accolades with me when it comes to my profession. What's up, Spidey? Don't go away because we're coming to you after I get off my rant. I would challenge anybody to match accolades with me when it comes to my profession. As an educator in the world of culinary, I think I've hit all the awards I can hit or choose to hit. There's one more I want, and I'm working on my social game right now to achieve that. But, you know, when the spider came in, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah.
You know, all these people, they look at us and they think we don't know what we're doing. Big Eddie C, how big would you say my network is in comparison to some of your other buddies?
It's pretty fucking big. I mean, it's probably one of the biggest ones I know. I mean,
okay, so I didn't pay for that network. I did. I did. I started working in industry when I was 14. Okay, it was a bullshit 2-week job. I really started when I was 50. Okay, that was a bullshit summer job. But when I started working at 16, I worked part-time and then full-time all the way until however the fuck old I am now. I got kicked out of 3 college. I have no piece of paper. When I started, you ain't going to sleep yet, Spider. When I started teaching, I didn't have a piece of paper. I had to go to classes to get the educational piece that they needed me to do. Still don't have a piece of paper. Age 35, I go back, I get my associate's degree. One of my mentors, love this lady, Pam Peralta, wouldn't be where I am without her. Tells me I need to go do this advanced plan. It'll allow me to promote. It's the equivalent of a master's. I go get that, and you know what? Now the district says that piece of paper is no fucking good. I can't promote. So, you know, going to school, you're paying for a piece of paper that's going to allow you to promote. And some of my bosses, I love all my bosses now. I'm not talking about you guys. But some of my supervisors in the past, some of these, dude, they're fucking worthless, dude. Worthless. And I'm not complaining. I'm at the top of the pay scale. I'm good. I'm set. I don't do it for all of that. But not everybody's going to go to school, and school's not going to make you amazing. You're going to make you amazing. I'll get down now. I'll get down now. And
I haven't done anything, so I never talk about accolades.
And for all you fuckers going to look at my resume, fuck you for thinking any different. All right, Spidey's on, man. We got to talk about Spidey coming on because, we talked about how special tomorrow is with H, and we're trying to get some more information out there for everybody about these halfway hangouts. So you can come in, bring your pen, bring your paper, write down the recipes. Next Wednesday, November 10th, it's a very special halfway hangout. We are celebrating Veterans Day. No, that doesn't mean veterans can come over and eat for free. I don't want you at my fucking house. Spider, you can come to my house. And any other veteran that I can do anything for, I'll hook you up. But on the halfway hangout, Sam Creighton's coming in and cook. And his dad did some time in the Navy. So we thought it would be cool to cook some grilling stuff that may be quick and easy. You can go out and cook for your peeps. Spider texted me. And we've got Spider coming in, who Spider's a veteran of two of the branches, the Army and the Marines. And he is definitely a certified badass. But what's cool about Spidey coming in, he's not coming in as a veteran. He's coming in as a cook, too. He is also going to be cooking that night. He's going to be making his VooDoo shrimp, and he uses, and I don't even want to try to guess. It's a lot of shit I don't eat, but the stuff was fucking good. Coconut oil. He puts dirt on the shrimp. He serves it over rice. Cooks it in the wok. He did it at the VooDoo Food Fight, and if you were out there, you got to taste it. But now you're going to get to learn how to make it from Spider himself. So that's going to be November 10th. It is a triple threat. Myself, Sam Creighton, and Spidey celebrating Veterans Day, doing some cooks. Going to be talking about the military and some of our fave peeps out there. So you can go to bed now, old man. All the love. That's next Wednesday, 5 o'clock on the Halfway Hangout. Big Eddie C, we still got a plan to get you on there, man.
You know what? I'll be glad to do that one night. Like if I don't work on a Wednesday, that's what kind of scotches me at this point. I would definitely show up and make something.
Well, dude, I'm fucking winded. You got me ranting. I hate fucking talking about education.
It is exhausting, isn't it?
I don't really hate it. It hates me. Let's have some fun, man. I don't know if you're prepared. I don't know, but we all know I don't watch the news. I don't read the paper. I watch reality TV. Not really.
Not really.
I did not watch Chantel this week.
Did not.
But speaking of that, did you know tonight's the 2-hour finale of Plathville? Not that I watch that show.
Oh, my.
Big Eddie C, educate me, man. What's going on in the world? I know there's a whole bunch of like political shit and elections, and the only reason I know that is because I canceled the faculty meeting today.
Yeah.
But give me all the pop culture. Tell me what's going on. Give me Big Eddie C's weekly pop-up.
All right, we got to start somewhere. So, it's always music, movies, food, and sports. Music, about the only thing I can think of is new releases on the horizon from a couple different acts that I'm big fans of. One, the legendary Mighty Saxon. Got to see them a couple years ago for the first time ever. I've been a fan for 40 years. They got a new album coming out. Those guys just don't quit. They're tough as shit. Singer Biff Byford had a heart attack, I believe, last year. It didn't derail his ass. He was 70. Got past that. I don't think they got any COVID. And then one of my longtime favorites, band you probably haven't heard of. They've been on ice for a while the singer is doing his solo project. Porcupine Tree is back. Sadly, without John Wesley, who played guitar for them the last time they toured about 10, 12 years ago. And he's a Tampa guy, used to be in a band called Auto Drive. He's a real good dude, but he's moved on. He's a member now of a band called Vertical Horizon, so he stays busy. But they're coming out. It's really, really good progressive rock. Some of it's mellow, some of it's hard. Good shit. I'll do a shout out to my boy Steve McKee for turning me on to a Swedish band called Crazy Licks.
Amazing.
Yeah, he keeps up with that shit better than I do. It's like he must not work. I thought we fucking pulled dick all day at work.
Let's bring that guy in on the podcast. When can we get Steve in here?
I'll reach out to him. I'm sure he'd be glad to do it, man. He's a great guitar player. He played locally too. probably could tear my ass.
Locally here in Tampa?
No, he lives over Port St. Lucie. Somebody I grew up with.
Let's get him on the podcast and let's just have a music episode, man.
Oh, he'd be all about it, man. He probably knows more than I do, and that's saying a lot because I'm nerded out on that. So that's our music. Food wise, I don't have anything specific. I just know there's new places opening up all over. There's some stuff opening up near Armature.
I've got food news. I've got food news.
Oh, you do?
I've got food news.
Let's hear it.
They're bringing the Michelin guide to Tampa.
Ooh.
So there's going to be a Michelin book that will cover Miami, Orlando, Tampa. And that means you might see the first Michelin star coming to Tampa very soon.
That's very awesome.
Soon. So keep an eye out for that, guys. That, we've been saying for a while that Tampa is starting to be up and coming and be put on the map for food. I got to tell you, the Michelin guide coming to Tampa is just going to be the next step in that vault of putting us to the next level. And you got to jump on board while you can, and make sure you take advantage of these amazing places we have now before they start getting in that guide and start becoming, I don't want to say bastardized, more popularized through that guide and getting more attention, because those prices are going to start to go up. Yeah.
There's a place opening up down the road from me. I haven't seen it. District South. It's another outpost of District Tavern. Think the opening is going to be a week or two, maybe. Don't know. New stuff also at Midtown. I forget who's there. There's a
Melting
rooftop
Pot
bar.
is a new concept that just opened there.
Which one?
Melting Pot and Dan Bavaro just opened a new Italian concept there.
They did.
John works for them.
Okay, I did read about that too. Eventually, there's going to be a sports bar that's co-branded with our old Tampa enemy, Drew Brees. I don't know a lot about it yet, but I think it's in build-out. Could be damn close to opening. I don't know. But these are all places everybody needs to be checking out, man. Get out there and eat. Don't fucking sit in the house like a hermit.
Speaking of food, we did the Faux Cheesy episode not too long ago. It has yet to air. We did get the nod to post it. Ooh. But it's like, fuck, I'd rather sit in here and chat with Ed rather than post a fucking rerun. Because in my mind, that's a rerun.
But I got to tell you, that was a hilarious night. That has to be we got to put that up for people because that was hysterical.
Yeah, we'll make sure and put that up. All we do is sit around and eat fucking grilled cheese. It just doesn't suck.
Oh, I know. There's like shit running down my face. It was ridiculous.
Well, we're going to be doing another live broadcast. We're going to be heading to the Tampa Tap Room out there on Fletcher and Dale Mabry.
Oh, cool.
Owned by Norm Haney. He's been there for quite some time. He's won Best Burger in Tampa Bay like 8 years in a row. And, Norm, I love you. You're a great dude. You bailed me out this past weekend with some culinary shit I needed. But when you say Best Burger in Tampa Bay, I'm all about the smash mash. So it's going to take a lot to get me to go, oh, fuck, that's an amazing burger. And when I say smash mash, I mean VooDoo burgers. Because I'm not going to that little shit shack and get a burger and they're making money. Good, go spend your money there. I'm okay with it. But Norm talked about a salt and pepper bun, and I got excited. Ooh. I have never seen that bun, and it's special. And he has it brought in, and he only uses certified Angus beef. And so I'm really excited to go out there. And not only are we going to go out there and cook, not only are we going to go out there and sit and taste food, he's going to let us go in the kitchen and watch him make the shit. He's going to, he spent some time in New Orleans, so he's going to be throwing some New Orleans cuisine and really hooking it up. And that's coming up real soon. So keep a lookout for that. Nice. You'll see Spider and Ed and myself, all three of us out there doing our thing. So,
cool.
All right, Eddie. See, I didn't mean to cramp on your food news, but the Michelin's huge, and I heard about that only because of what I do. And the tap room came up because I'm fat and I want to eat.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I know when I was there, I can't remember what I ate because I was drinking beer, and that pretty much was like It was like that big ass. You remember those rectangular erasers you got in grade school, and it was like kind of like trapezoidal. That's what the beer did to my brain. I don't remember what the fuck I ate. That's terrible. It was good, but
what the fuck he was putting in your beer?
nobody had to put anything in it. I was drinking something strong. And I don't remember what it was either.
Not you.
Oh, me. Mm-hmm. Damn right, man. So I can't think of a whole lot else this week. I did the music, did the food. Sports, there ain't a whole lot to report. The Bucks lost. Game World Series is on right now as we speak. Might be the last game if the Braves win. Lightning won last night. Other than that, couldn't tell you much. I was kind of mixed emotions on Sunday. The Bucks lost, and they took Jameis out for the year, man.
I kind of felt bad for the guy. He was having a great game.
Yeah, and he got what was kind of the looser definition of a horse collar because you can't grab the pads or the jersey near the pads, and his knee buckled at a funny angle, and I saw that, and I'm like, that's a blown ligament, man. You can't. The knee is not meant to go side to side like that, and it is what it is.
His knee, he tore his ACL, all that stuff. Been there, done that 3 times.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
but I don't think that was a horse collar. I'm gonna call. I don't buy that. I mean,
they laid it out the next day as far as like the NFL rulebook definition. And it was because they've changed it. It used to be you had to grab somebody like right behind the neck. And they've expanded it so that if you grab the back of the jersey pretty much anywhere from the shoulders up, they call it horse collar. So, it wasn't the definition that we knew years ago, but it's the 2021 definition.
We were watching the game, and I was watching it with my brother-in-law, and he's like, "We got to go back to old school football where they just let them play." And it just kept ringing in my brain, and ringing in my brain, and ringing in my brain. I'm like, they're not the same athletes they were back then.
No.
If we didn't change the rules and adapt and grow, man, people would get seriously hurt because these aren't the same athletes, man.
No, and the way the rules are, they want their marquee players, which are typically quarterbacks and wide receivers. The rules have to be tailored to keep those guys playing because you can't have a Sunday where, it could have been Brady and Breeze and Manning and Rodgers and Roethlisberger. You can't have a Sunday where they're all hurt because nobody will watch it, man. I mean, guys will go to the fucking park with their kid or wax their car. So that's when I have to reframe my thinking and say, okay, NFL isn't so much a sport as it is now. It's a business. So you got to protect it's all about the bottom line. So they had to make these changes. And as much as people can bark and hoot and moan and say, oh, a quarterback just ought to wear a dress. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I agree with you on that level, but the point is they want guys to play like damn near 40 or past it like Brady and Manning and Breeze and Rodgers are all doing or going to do. That's what they want. They want those guys to be successful for 20 years because people will keep watching. That's why the game on Sunday, there was only one other game on, and there was like 5 houses that got that one. I think it was Washington and Denver. So there was that, and then there was the Bucks in New Orleans. So you had to have something.
Had to have something, homie.
And I couldn't tell you who's quarterback of either one of those other 2 teams right now. I have no idea.
Well, I thought the guy that was Teddy Bridgewater, I thought he was a quarterback for Denver, but he got hurt.
Yeah, I think he did. So I have no idea who's slinging the rock for them.
Well, Denver's no good now anyways. They're trading Von Miller over to L.A. Rams.
Oh, they did. They dumped him for a 2nd-round pick and a 3rd-round pick. I mean, when I heard that,
they get a Super Bowl ring for it.
Yeah, I exactly. I saw that when that came across the Twitter wire. It's like, all right, when he was traded, they didn't say immediately what it was. They said it was 2nd-day picks. Okay, that's 2nd and 3rd round. And I thought, man, okay, I know he's lost a step, but Jesus, you couldn't get more for him? My God.
Just the leadership the guy's going to bring.
That's exactly what it is, because
what he'll
they
do
got
Darnold.
Yeah.
Just big time. All right, Big Eddie C, I'm throwing you on the spot. Let's move. Let's get out of the pop-up, and let's go to our top three. Normally, I prep you for this, but it's an easy one.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy one. And this is something that, every fat kid should have right at the tip of their tongue.
You're damn right we do.
Johnny B on here. He'd be like, we only get to pick three?
Yeah, I know. Johnny be bitching. Doing a lot of honorable mentions.
Let's hit our top three. Let's hit our top three cereals, childhood cereals. And guys, we know these all change. I mean, based on what you're doing today, what you're eating today, it could change any minute. Because God knows I want some Reese's Cups right now because Angelina had a bag. So, I'm thinking about peanut butter. I might just say, some sort of fucking peanut butter cereal. Star Crunch with milk on it. What the fuck, right? Big Eddie C, real quick. Top three cereals. Just name all three. What were your three go-tos as a kid?
Third place is a tie. I can't make up my mind. It's either Golden Grahams or Cookie Crisp. So that's number three.
I got to tell you, when we had the little fried peanut butter shit.
Yeah.
The fried PBJ, what the fuck they call it?
The damn Skippy.
Damn Skippy. Didn't they put Cookie Crisp cereal on that last time we had it? Or am I thinking something else?
Yeah, I don't think there was that. I think it was.
They gave me something with Cookie Crisp on top, man.
That I don't remember.
Fuck. But we didn't have it that night. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why not?
But those were the two. There's probably a lot of shit that could be tied for third because I know my top two ain't changing.
All right, well, give them all to us.
Okay.
Number two,
Count Chocula. I love that demonic little motherfucker, man. So good.
You could have just had all. It's probably on sale right now.
Oh shit. Well, I liked all of them. I like Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry. But nobody was going to beat the chocolate. Nobody's beating
where it's at, man.
And then number one, no question about this. I didn't have to have a dark night of the soul or agonize. Captain Crunch. Love that shit.
Yeah, now, just to get them out there, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa anything, whether it's Count Chocula, Cocoa Puffs, Cocoa Pebbles, didn't matter. And then Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
But when we talk about Captain Crunch, Big Eddie C, which one did you eat?
Oh, it was the OG. I mean, I wasn't above having the fucking the ones with the peanut butter or the other shit or the mixed up ones.
But did you just have the Captain Crunch, or did you have the one with the crunch berries?
No, it was usually just straight up Captain Crunch.
Oh, see, I gotta have those crunch berries, and sometimes I gotta tell you, I even went for the Oops, It's All Berries.
Ooh.
Does that make me a pansy?
No, not at all. Real mini cereal.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's all Oops, It's All Berries was the shit, bro.
Oh, I don't remember that being around when I was a little kid though.
I don't still eat that.
Of course not. Captain Crunch, the only downfall of it or bad side was if you ate two bowls, huge bowls like I did, the roof of your mouth was like you were gargling with sand spurs. That 100 grit sandpaper shit was just brutal on your mouth, man. I thought eating hot pizza with the scalding mozzarella cheese was bad. That shit had nothing on how your mouth felt after Captain Crunch. You would eat two bowls so fast that the pain didn't kick in until you had your last bite, and then you had to focus on the fact that the roof of your mouth looked like that fugitive guy that Grady Judd and the Lakeland or the Polk County Police Office shot up years ago when he was hiding under the rock. He had killed a cop, and he got up and they shot him 100 and some times and hit him 70. You remember that? That's how my mouth felt, was how that guy felt, And then they asked Grady,
don't forget to drink your orange juice.
That's right. And then they asked Grady in a press conference, why did you fire at him 100 and some times? He said, that's all the bullets we had. We ran out.
Gotta love that guy.
Yep. That was on tonight. We'll have to digress into politics because my wife and I said the same thing at the same time. basically, because they were talking about special elections, and they said that they was having a special election for the mayor of Lakeland. We both looked at each other and were like, everybody knows it's Grady Judd.
Yeah, they can put anybody, they can give anybody the title.
I know, man. I mean, anybody could be mayor because he's going to be working their mouth like it's a puppet thing. Please. That guy's got all the power. Please.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm
No.
okay with him being the boss.
Yep.
All right, Big Eddie, see, what's that? You got more?
No, I just said it pays the cost to be the boss. Damn right.
He's a beast, man. I love that he's there. Hey, big shout out to First Watch, Pinch a Penny, Flame Boss, Vision Ace Hardware, Brineland Knives. Fuck, man. I get Hula Bay, World of Beer. Who else? Tito's Vodka, AmeriFirst Home Mortgage, Jack Daniels, Dark Door, Bacardi, Captain Morgan's. All these guys that are helping us pull off this weekend's golf tournament. Big shout out. Thank you so much. Big Eddie, see, we're going to have a fucking amazing weekend.
I'm excited, man. I'm trying to behave myself and get well for Saturday because I'll still be gimping around doing something.
Gimping around, drinking, and riding around in golf carts, looking at alligators in lakes and fucking getting ready to run. Now,
remember, when we have these events, somebody's got to have the conscience, and it's me usually, so that you can do what you do.
If it weren't for you and Spider, the world would be a difficult place, man.
Yep, and anybody, we've said this before, only a few people have seen Big Eddie C drunk in public. It's not something you want to see twice.
You know what? Let's schedule that, man. No. And professional educator William Workman will be on site that day.
Oh,
it's
God.
Be an amazing day.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, Bill. I said that wrong. Professional educator professional educator of an A school. William Workman will be on site that day. So, hey, I don't know if Rostage is still watching. If you are, hit me up. We got an Our Hope we're planning. We'd love to come back out to Robinson. I got a sponsor. We're going to work together. We're going to put together some magic and come out there and have a great time like we always do. If any of our other educators are out there, I say I hate educators, but without educators, we wouldn't be able to do what we do and prepare that next generation. I talk a lot of shit, but hats off to most of you teachers out there. Big Eddie C, man. Till next time, brother. I'll see you.